Nasharo Ridihuru. My skitty name is Big Chief. My name is Pat Leading Fox. I'm the head chief of the Pawnee Nation. We stand here today on the same grounds and within the same walls where our grandparents and some of our own parents have experienced abuse as children by adult predators. Boarding schools robbed the Pawnee Nation of our children and their precious futures. They tried to steal our culture, religion, language, safety. They stole family stories. They stole and stole and stole and sent our children back as traumatized adults who carried shame and who were taught bad things by the very worst kind of people. Our people then had families, and then the cycle of trauma and shame has continued for generations. Today, the Pawnee Nation is facing the ugly truths of rape, abuses committed against our people of all ages and gender. It hurts my heart that we have Pawnees who won't come home to attend their ceremonies and dances because they are afraid to run into their abusers. No more. We acknowledge the voices and the rights of our victims. We acknowledge the need to immediate and aggressive change to correct the lack of protections we have inherited. What are we trying to do to fix this problem? We are now beginning to work on our tribal codes and our workforce policies to address trauma by way of psychological harm, stalking, and cyberbullying. In the spring and summer of 2022, the Nasharo Council, Chiefs Council, and the Pawnee Business Council created and enacted resolutions to create the Pawnee Scout Taskforce. Now, this new task force has been created to combat trauma in all of its faces, whether it be rape, whether it be domestic violence, alcohol-related, drug-related, kids. What we are hoping to see is it catch on within Indian country across the nation. So, we are challenging all tribal nations to jump on board and, help your all's victims as well. Thank you.
Noah, my name is Jennifer Gover Littleson, and my skitty name is Jaka Nasharo. I'm here with our head chief, Pat Leading Fox, to talk about what we're doing for the nation. Working in trauma is very hard because we have to have a lot of in-depth, hard conversations that is uncomfortable for a lot of people. Starting this process is even more uncomfortable because we are just now beginning this in Pawnee Nation. We are really lucky that we have leadership such as our Nasharo Council, our PBC, and our leadership that is taking this stance, along with our Chief of Police, Chief Kanuho. We would like to ask you to join us in a fight on trauma. Trauma is something that affects all of us, and that's why we've made a pledge to have a trauma-informed tribal government with trauma-informed best practices, which has never been done with Pawnee Nation. So for that reason, I'm going to ask also that you give us some patience in creating this. The only way to really attack trauma is to have real conversations, and it's going to take time to do that. And it's going to take time to show people that we're genuine and that we mean what we say. I am so proud to be Pawnee and to have leadership such as our Nasharo Council that's willing to stand up and say no more. So if you have any questions, if you ever feel like you are not physically, mentally, psychologically, or sexually safe at your workplace or in your home, just know that we are doing something about it and we mean what we say. Contact all of our services, which you can see in a link below, and we'll be happy to contact you and work with you privately. Thank you for all that you do in supporting us, and we're in it together, so we appreciate your support.